closer to God, some Christian men go to church. Others go skeet shooting, rock climbing, or even fly fishing. One Shelby-based nonprofit organization is trying to reconnect Christian men to their faith through the philosophies of risk, challenge, and adventure. This is TV33 magazine. According to David Murrow, the author of the best-selling book Why Men Hate Church, on any given Sunday, the average U.S. church congregation is made up of 61% women, 39% men. That equates to about 13 million more women who attend church on a regular basis. So where are all the men? Well, it's that question and those staggering statistics that had Shelby native and former pastor Mark Folk scratching at his head, wondering how he could reach out to the average man and get him again interested in religion. In 2000, he created New Wilderness Adventures, a men's ministry outreach organization. Folk believes that what turns men off to church and religious institutions in today's society are their passive nature.
We're not designed to be passive. It's hard for men to sit still. Church is kind of one of the places we just say, well, just go and sit.
So New Wilderness Adventures is all about putting men into action.
Takes men into adventure and then begins to disciple them into how to live adventurous lives in a biblical manner with their families.
Through events like fly fishing excursions or hiking trips or even whitewater rafting getaways, men are taught how to own up to their faith while engaging in activities that require skill, determination, and perseverance.
And we put guys in action and we put them in situations and it will be on a canoe trip on the Dan River. It may be a father-daughter trip in the Grand Canyon. And they have got to be actively engaged with their daughter or with their son or with their wife.
We caught up with some New Wilderness Adventures participants during a fly fishing trip on the Broad River. The participants whom we spoke with say the ministry outreach program helps them to get in touch with their spirituality, while in the meantime they're also having fun.
What's wrong with having fun? God didn't say fun was a sin, you know. And if I can in that environment teach and disciple a man and say, you know, it's okay to have a good time. It's okay to enjoy hunting or fishing or camping, but you know, it's a platform to move him from to sanctify that part of who he is.
We're active. Too many times church is a spectator sport in a sense. It doesn't require much out of guys. And this requires so much more.
It's allowed me to be around guys in their element more with their faith, and where I don't have to be so absolutely proper and prim and like you would be in church.
As a missionary, Mark Folk says his calling in life is to reach as many people as he can. He says he can do that most efficiently through turning men onto religion.
Studies show that if you reach a man, you get a man in the church, that 94% of the time the family will follow. Well, I mean, that's my answer to people that say, well, why do you do what you do? Well, if I can reach one man, I've got a 94% chance of his wife and his children, you know, following him into a church or into living, you know, for Christ.
And so far, New Wilderness Adventures has proved to be a successful endeavor. Folk says a few hundred men are currently involved here locally. He even gets phone calls from others around the country interested in what the program has to offer.
I got a call yesterday from a guy who just called me and said, I'm starting a ministry a lot like yours. What can you tell me? What kind of advice can you give me?
Hoping to change one man at a time for the better, Mark Folk hopes that New Wilderness Adventures is a program that will help to close a widening gap, the gap that currently separates American men from religious faith. To learn more, log on to their website, newwildernessadventures.com. Reporting for TV33 Magazine, I'm Lindsay Allen.